The ochre quarries of the Luberon are well known to painters. It's from these quarries between Apt and Roussillon, all now abandoned, that ochre pigments were extracted for use in the manufacture of artists' paints. On a recent visit, Alan Cotton discovered this quarry at Restrel, which is still being worked. A vast, multicoloured cathedral of a quarry still tended by one elderly quarryman who's worked here for 30 years.
Pendant la guerre de 39-44, il y avait environ 800 ouvriers. Et j'ai commencé moi en 64, il y avait encore 7 ouvriers. Et maintenant, je suis le seul unique ouvrier, peut-être en Europe, à faire l'extraction de l'ocre comme on l'a fait. Je la fais encore comme on la faisait il y a 110 ans, la même extraction.
And there's one gentleman who sits in the quarry all day long, spraying the ochres with a high-pressure hose, and it runs down in a sheet of colour, like sort of thin cream, down the hillside, collected into pipes and then into pits, and it dries in the sun. And you can see all these different colours displayed. As they dry, they're collected and still used for artist pigments and for home decoration. The great joy for me was that this guy, who I formed a relationship with, gave me a collection of all these wonderful coloured ochres to bring back to England.
Well, I'm really excited about this because when people actually come back from France, they bring wine and olives and cheeses and all that. I brought back the ochres. Fantastic, wonderful colours, large amounts. And so I'm going to actually use these ochres in my paintings. It's the first time I've ever used paint like this in quantity from the raw ingredients. I feel a bit like a chef, really, with all the things that I need around me. So I'm going to pour some of the ochres in here. And I have to actually, before I mix it with the oil, and this is not cooking oil, by the way, this is linseed oil. I'm going to have to grind it up a little bit just to make it less coarse. So if I pour some of that out a minute, wonderful madder red colour. And this is the linseed oil. Wonderful stuff. And I talk often about paint as coloured clotted cream. And then we have to have, of course, the magic ingredient. The magic ingredient in this case is beeswax. And I've got some heated here. And this beeswax, just pouring it on there a moment, it gives it a lovely kind of buttery, solid consistency and makes it very, very impasto. So that's nearly ready to use, I guess, in the painting now. Isn't that a wonderful colour? So the painting that I've already started work on is this big chap here. And this is a painting of the quarry that I'm sort of well into, really, about halfway through, I guess. And it is and describes some of the colours that we found in the quarry, all the kind of ochres, the oranges, some of the darker crimsons, purples, all those wonderful collection of colours. And it allows me to use paint in great quantity and to make very descriptive, large-scale marks, a lot of heavy impasto paint, and really go to town and enjoy myself.